Nice.
Did you check out that new Ghostbusters trailer that I posted? I don't know if you liked the Ghostbusters Afterlife or not. I still honestly think that, like, what are you gonna do? You know? Like, what are you gonna do? The company owns the IP. They could keep putting the old guys, they could figure out how to spend a shitload of money to drag the 3 surviving Ghostbusters in front of the camera forever until they die, and they would be forced. These guys would just be in it. It'd be paycheck performances, except for probably Aykroyd. So basically, basically what people are really saying when they say they want Ghostbusters, right? I should clip this part out and make a fucking video about, like, this is my Ghostbusters Frozen Empire trailer reaction. And basically it's just a defense of what they're doing now. In defense of what Ghostbusters Afterlife and Frozen Empire are trying to do. And here we go again. So, like, again, what do people really want? Basically, they just want Peter fucking Venkman. When they say they want Ghostbusters, all they really don't want is Peter Venkman. And maybe Sigourney Weaver returning as, you know, the love interest. That's what they really mean. And then fucking Slimer. Right? Egon's dead, so they can't have him. They just can't. And with the whole thing with AI and everybody being like, you know, and I've come around to the right side on this one. Like, it's really cool that we can do it, but, like, you really need to get full consent and paid for this shit for reals. Like, not no cheap ass shit. Like, if you're gonna, if anything happens, it gets done right. You know? So basically that's it. That's it. All they want is Bill Murray, Slimer, and maybe Sigourney Weaver. The truck, like that's all they can want at this point. But Bill's not like that. He never has been. And I think the only real reason they even got him for these new ones is because he doesn't have to do shit. And he was probably like Harrison Ford wanting to kill off his characters. I bet you that he's basically, when they did 2016's Ghostbusters and they killed him in it, he's probably fine with it, because it's like, yeah, kill me in a movie, even though it wasn't Peter Venkman that was dying in that movie. He was just like, yeah, go ahead, kill me. Now, I know the 2016 movie wasn't good. It just wasn't funny. Like, you had a bunch of funny women that weren't funny in a movie. It was a bad script, bad direction, just bad ideas all around. It wasn't because they were women. It was because it was just a bad idea and a bad script and just too much improv, all that shit. Yeah, and I'm sure, yeah, because they were just silly Ghostbusters stuff, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not supposed to be like, you know, the fucking best. It's just supposed to look like Ghostbusters. There's an idea we have in our head about, like, the spirit stuff in these movies, and, you know, how they can go, and I actually really like the imagination of the Afterlife in some parts. So, I mean, you're not going to get any of those things, and even if you got those things, it wouldn't be that great. So basically, then you have to go, okay, we either never make it again for all the people that are butthurt. Oh, wait a minute. It's a corporation. They don't fucking care. It's something that they will either sell if they're not going to use it. If somebody, like, offers them a bunch of money for Ghostbusters, they'll either sell it to that person who will do something with it, or they will make movies or cartoons or TV shows or whatever the fuck else they want to do with it. Because unless all of you out there, all these people that hate everything, so let's call all these anti-fan channels, if they want to put all their nickels together from all their fucking channels together, every single one of them, Geeks and Gamers and Nerdrotic and all these fucking fags, pardon my French. When I say it like that, I mean it like the fucking 80s way, man. Like, you're just being a jerk off. Put all your frickin' nickels together and buy the Ghostbusters franchise from Universal or whoever makes it. Sony has it, right? Is it Sony? But Sony is tied to like Columbia Pictures, right? So it's Sony, Columbia Pictures. That's who has it, not Universal. So buy it from them or shut the fuck up and let them make the movies. This just unending, constant stream of bullshit over things that they go, I don't like this, I'm not interested in this, but then spend a million years talking about it. So Ghostbusters Afterlife comes out. If you didn't like it because you just didn't like it as a Ghostbusters movie, fine. But if you didn't like it because you're still holding on to the past, you've got to get over this shit. It's going to exist whether anybody likes it or not. Again, unless they really go, okay, we're not making money, let's see if we can pitch this to someone else. Let's see who wants it. And then those people, somebody out there will want it. Just like trading a football player or whatever, they'll see the potential. They'll say, you know what, they can't do something with it, but I have some ideas. We'll buy it. Nothing ever really goes away anymore. So no matter what, there's going to be some kind of Ghostbusters thing. Just like there's going to be some kind of blah, 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 fill in the fucking blank. So, fine. If you just don't like them as a movie, fine. If you say that it's bad filmmaking, fine. If you don't think it's funny, fine. If you think the kid actors are annoying, fine. Like, all those things are reasonable. But if you keep saying it's because it's just not the same thing, then you don't even deserve to have a good movie based on this thing. Because they can't recreate the magic like you're saying, Desiree, here in the chat. You can't. It was lightning in a bottle, and one really good movie happened by accident. And we have it in our memories forever, and that's great. And we have to face facts that 2 is fine. It's okay. It's just, even way back when it came out, I went, there's something wrong with this movie. I don't know what it is completely, and that was a long, long time ago when I thought this. You know, now I understand it all better. The second movie was only okay, and we all like kind of grin and bear it, like, yeah, it's still those guys. It's still those guys being kind of funny and everything. But I think the script was just there needed to be a better story than what they gave us. And the baby, adding a baby and everything was just like it was real stupid. It was just, I don't know. It was like they needed to find a way to keep Sigourney Weaver in the goddamn series when they didn't have to. They didn't even have to do that. So anyway, like, we've had one good movie, and if you like some of the cartoons or that old ass TV show from a million years ago, fine. But it's this just complete lack of being able to accept anything new. But that's every single thing. New is it. Every single second that we have is a new second. So every single thing that happens is something new. So hold on to that. Watch the movie Ghostbusters a million times. Watch and play with your action figures and do what you want. And I'm not even being condescending about that. I mean it. Play with your fucking action figures. Put your Ghostbusters pack on. Go run around in the street pretending to be a Ghostbuster. Embrace all of that. And then also let everybody else have what they want too. I looked at Frozen Empire and went, wow, what the hell are they doing in this movie? I don't know, but I'm willing to take a chance because it's just fucking silly ghost shit. Ghost, paranormal, bad weather. I like Paul Rudd. I don't give a fuck. I still like Paul Rudd. I don't think he's the greatest thing since sliced bread, but I like Paul Rudd. I always have. I don't care. I'm just that person that likes Paul Rudd. I like Carrie Coon. Everybody knows that Carrie Coon is in it. I'm there like a million years ago. When Carrie Coon was created and before I was even born, we were destined to like, I was destined to like her things. That's how deep it goes. So these movies, and I like the kids. I actually like the kids in these movies. Finn Wolfhard or whatever. He's all right. He's gonna be that. He's the kid that got out of the thing, and he's gonna be fine. He's gonna have a career. The one for sure that'll be fine. And so, like, I saw that trailer and I dug it. I thought it was cool. I thought it was fun. It felt fun. I wasn't looking at it like this has to be the best thing in the entire universe. But it did I was just like, you know what? It just made me want to see it. That's all. I was excited. That's my reaction to hearing about and watching the Ghostbusters thing. And yes, always goes beyond that because Jesus Christ, everybody. Like, if you don't like it, don't watch it. Don't bother with it at all. This is not, they are trying to sell it to the new generation. You're not part of the new generation. If you want to be a part of the experience with your kids, show them the old movies and then say, enjoy watching the new ones, kids. I hope you like them. Instead of, no, my kids, my kids aren't going to like that shit. I'll make sure that they fucking hate it. I'll make sure that it's like making sure that your kids hate things, making sure that their childhood. Think about how they're affecting. Like, if everything so much is about the fucking kids, why are they trying to make sure that they ruin everything that they can possibly like? You know what I mean? Are they telling their kids, like, when they turn their fucking cameras off, that they turn around and the kid's like, "Hey, Dad, I want to go see Blue Beetle," and the fucking dude from Neurotic is like, "Oh, you can't go see that because I told everybody that it fucking sucks, and if they see you at the fucking theater, I don't think these people even believe, they don't live the life. The ones that do are even scarier, the ones that actually believe it. But, like, you know what I mean? Just fucking leave everybody else alone. I feel like they should do two separate Ghostbusters things, like for kids, that's a CG cartoon, that's like all the silly stuff for kids, and then older things that are like a dark comedy, leaning on a satire of the modern day. Yeah, well, this way, starting them out as kids, I mean, think about how smart this is from Sony. Is they literally got to start these characters off as like teenagers, young teenagers. Like 12, 13, 14 years old, right? That means that these actors can be playing this role for the next 20 years if they can get them to do it. Do you know what I'm saying? They literally could have these characters grow up to be the Ghostbusters that everybody grows up with. Because I can see this being a plan, right? Is you got these actors, and if you just keep giving them decent scripts, or people just keep going to see it. I mean, think about it. The idea of, like, it's kind of like Harry Potter. Getting to watch these characters grow up with you, and then if they can create like a big bad for the Ghostbusters universe, like make Zool a thing again, but like have it be this thing that's in the background, like Voldemort, or make some new thing maybe in this movie to be the big bad that's going to be coming after them, or the thing that they've got to keep at bay or whatever. And there's plenty of ideas that they could make that makes this story go on and on, so that over the years, this is something that people take their kids to, take their grandkids to. If they're going in 20 years, you damn well better believe that there's going to be people that grew up on this, that'll have grandchildren. that they'd be taking to see this in the next 20 to 30 years. And these characters, these actors would be like in their 40s still. And by that time, how many of these fucking movies could they have made? Do you know what I'm saying? And then cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. And, and that just is from a business standpoint and a way to manipulate the entire audience. Because you'd be giving them like one of the things that they love, which is a continuing story with a through line. You know, maybe actors can drop in and out, but you'd have a set of people that can always be in the movies together, like Fast and the Furious, that just become interchangeable. This is the movie that takes out so and so, but adds so and so and so and so, and everybody else is there. And then the next movie, reverse it. There's all sorts of possibilities, a way to make these things work. So, anyway. And that's the Ghostbusters Frozen Empire discussion. I don't even know how to extrapolate all that.